In June 2022, Tan gets promoted to co-maintainer. She takes on more and more control of the project over the course of the year. She starts editing xzutils on her own, and in March 2023, she changes the contact mail at OSFAS, a service that helps identify bugs in open source projects. From now on, security alerts are no longer sent to Colin, but exclusively to Tan. Shortly after, a new user named Hans Janssen submits a change request for XZ, and Tan approves it. 9 months later, March 2024, Janssen sends a message to the Debian project. Debian is a widespread Linux-based operating system known to be stable and secure. Janssen wants the Debian team to include a new version of xzutils in an upcoming Debian version, saying it will fix a specific bug. 2 other users chime in to praise the fix, Grigorin and Miso Eater. And when another user raises concerns, Grigorin is clearly annoyed and quickly shuts them down.
Instead of having a policy debate over who is proper to do this upload, can this just be fixed?
Shortly after, the Debian project integrates the new version of xzutils into a preliminary version of their operating system called SID. Around the same time, Andres Freund is working as a developer at Microsoft. He has also been actively contributing to an open source project. He has just downloaded the latest version of SID to run some tests for his project. SID is not for public release and marked as unstable and insecure. Developers can test it for bugs before new features get officially integrated. And during his tests, Andres notices something strange. Something is taking up way too many resources in SSH. SSH is used to remote access Linux machines. Why is SSH draining such a crazy amount of CPU? Something is off. He also notices a considerable drop in performance. A lag of 500 milliseconds. That's half a second. Something nobody else would ever notice. But Andres does. So he takes a closer look at SSH and realizes that the delay is related to xzutils. On many Linux distributions, SSH has a dependency on xzutils. That means that certain xz functions are invoked when SSH is executed. Andres digs deeper into xzutils and discovers that someone has slipped in a malicious piece of code. And this code allows that someone to sneak into the system via SSH. It's a backdoor. This backdoor is so well hidden that no one caught it while reviewing and testing the code. A phenomenal, scary attack. But this disguise is slowing the malicious code down. And it's that exact delay that Andres Freund has noticed when starting SSH. On March 27, he sends an email to inform the Debian security team about his findings. 2 days later, he goes public. He publishes a post on Mastodon. The malicious code is hidden in 2 versions of xzutils, and Andres also has a hunch as to who might have planted it. Jia Tan. She had secretly added the backdoor to a version of xzutils just before Andres found it. When Andres makes his findings public, all hell breaks loose.
Did one guy just stop a huge cyber attack?
This may be one of the biggest stories of this year.
Curiosity may have saved us from a devastating cyber attack.
The US Cyber Defense Agency issues an emergency security alert. Luckily, the tampered software hasn't spread far yet, but it has already infiltrated test versions of several major Linux distros, meaning it was just on the verge of massive deployment. An army of developers and cybersecurity experts jump into action. Within just a few hours,